everybody, and welcome to our Kids Cooking Corner. I am Miss Kristen.
Hi, I'm Miss Lorena.
And we are here today to show you two different recipes that you can make at home with very few ingredients. So the first one we are going to show you is a fruit smoothie. We are going to do a frozen fruit smoothie. And you are going to need a few items. You're going to need a blender, and when you use the blender, please have your parents help you if you are not old enough to use it, because it does have some sharp parts and we want everybody to be safe. Then you are going to need some frozen fruit, about 2 cups for our recipe. We have some frozen peaches, strawberries, blueberries, and pineapple. And then you are going to need some pineapple juice, some yogurt, and some ice. So that is our recipe that we are going to show you today. You can also do a smoothie with honey or with milk and with whatever ingredients you have at home. You don't have to use these fruits. You can use raspberries, peaches, blueberries, anything you want, anything that you like. But we like these, so we're gonna use these today. So now it is time to get started. So if you happen to not have frozen fruit and you have fresh fruit at home, make sure you wash it and then dry it, and then with your parents' help, you can cut them and chop them into pieces like this. And then if you do want it frozen to go with the recipe, you can put it in the freezer for a few hours, and if not, you can always do it fresh. So the first thing we are going to put into our cup is some ice. You don't have to put a lot of ice in, just a little. And then the next thing we are going to put in is our fruit. So you could put, depending on how big your blender is, you can put 1 cup, 2 cups, however much fruit you would like. And after you have your ice and your fruit, then we are going to put in a 1/2 cup of yogurt. If you don't want to put yogurt in, you don't have to. You could just substitute your formula or any other liquid, like substance that is like yogurt. And the last thing that we are going to put in is some pineapple juice. If you don't have pineapple juice, but you have orange juice at home, you can substitute that if you like orange juice better, or any juice will work. And like I've said, you can add a little bit of honey to make it sweeter. So now we have all of our ingredients in our blender. So we are going to put the top on and make sure it's really tight so none of the ingredients come out. And remember, your parents should help you with this because there are sharp parts. So now we're going to put it on our thing and we're going to blend it, okay? And as you see, it blended it all together. And we have a smoothie. So now we are going to blend it a little more because not everything is blended. So before you want to take it out and put it in your cups, you can check it to make sure all of the stuff got blended together well. And if not, you could blend it some more like I'm going to do. Okay, so now we're going to open it up and see what we have. And as you see, we have a smoothie. So now Miss Lorena is going to pour them in the cups and we are going to taste it. if you make our recipe, let us know how it goes and if you enjoyed it. And even if you make your own smoothie recipe, let us know how it goes so that we can try it. So now we're going to try our smoothie. And it is very good. So next up, we are going to make no-bake cinnamon rolls, so stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back. We are here to show you a new recipe, which is called no-bake cinnamon rolls. So you're going to need a few supplies. You are going to need, for white bread, 2 pieces. You are going to need butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. It does not matter what butter you have, you can use any. You're going to need cinnamon sugar. If you don't have cinnamon sugar at home, all you're going to need is sugar and cinnamon. And I will show you what you have to do to make cinnamon sugar. And you're going to need powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar and some water because that will be the icing. You are going to need a tablespoon to measure things out, and you are going to need 2 knives, preferably plastic, and if not, make sure your parents help you with this so that nobody gets hurt because we want everybody to be safe when doing our recipes. So the first thing you are going to do with your bread is you're going to cut off the crust. So Ms. Lorena will demonstrate what to do. So you're going to take your knife and just cut around the outside of it to get rid of the crust. You can either eat it or throw it away. It is all up to you depending on if you like to eat the crust, because I know some of my friends, they don't like to eat the crust of the bread. Once you are done cutting off the crust of the bread, you are going to take a rolling pin. So you're also going to need a rolling pin, and you're going to roll it pretty flat. You can roll it as flat as you would like, but make sure it is pretty flat like how Miss Lorena's doing it, so that when we do roll up the cinnamon rolls, that you can roll it pretty tight. And once you are done rolling your 2 pieces of white bread, you are going to then take your butter and spread it on both of them. And while she is doing that, I'm going to show you how to make the cinnamon sugar. So you're going to need a thing to put it in. You're going to take a tablespoon of the sugar, and you're going to put it in. And then you're going to take a tablespoon of cinnamon. And what do you think we're going to do with the tablespoons of the sugar and cinnamon? You're going to mix it together. And that is how you make cinnamon sugar. If you like a more cinnamon flavor, you can add a little more cinnamon. And if you don't like it as strong, you can always just add a little more sugar to make it a little sweeter instead. So now I have mixed my cinnamon sugar. So I don't know if you can see it, but it is mixed and ready to go. So now Miss Lorena is done with buttering her bread. So now we are going to sprinkle the cinnamon sugar all on. And remember, if you like more cinnamon, you can obviously add that. And if not, you can make it a little more subtle with adding more sugar. And then once you are done sprinkling the cinnamon sugar on, the next thing you're going to do is roll them up. So when Miss Lorena's done, she will show you how to do that. So you're going to start at one end of the bread and roll it.
Sort of as tight as you can.
Yes. And when you're done with the one bread, you can go on to the other. And you don't just have to do 2 pieces of bread. If you really like this recipe, you can do a whole loaf of bread, you could do 6, you could do 3, however many you like. And then once you are done rolling them up, you are now going to cut them into 1-inch pieces. They don't have to be exact. If you don't want to, you can cut them however you like.
Like in bite pieces, little bite pieces.
And then we're going to put them on this plate. And then we are going to show you how to make the icing using the powdered sugar and the water. So for making the icing, you are going to need 2 tablespoons of the powdered sugar, and you're going to use an 1/8 or 1/4 teaspoon of water, depending, because you want it to be a nice consistency so that you could drizzle it over. And if you need more water when doing it, you can certainly add it to it. Icing. And then once your icing is ready, you could drizzle it over your cinnamon rolls, and then you can enjoy them. So I hope you enjoy making our recipes. And remember, if you decide to try them, please let us know how it went. And if you decided to change anything or add something, please let us know. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!